This afternoon, let me share my presentation. I believe you can see my slides.
Yes, we can see them.
Okay,
maybe if you can enlarge a little.
And enlarge them. Maybe let me put them in that. Can you see them?
Yes, that's better.
Okay, so we welcome everyone to this webinar. Yes. There's someone talking on the background. Okay, thanks. Thank you so much, Sandra, for that moderation, and also the people on the call. Yeah, as it may be, I'm Dr. Kimwise, the Dean, Faculty of Science and Technology, Cavendish University, Uganda. And normally we have such webinars at the beginning of the year. I remember the last one we had, I think, was around February. So it is a series of webinars that go on. And we welcome you again. And our theme as a Faculty of Science and Technology is about achieving academic quality and graduates' employability through digital transformation in 21st century. So our menu for today or tonight, we shall look at the faculty background and also the direction. We shall have the groupings of the departments that we're having. That is for health science and the IT. And then also we shall look at possibly the job markets for the courses that we are having in the respective departments. And then also we shall look at the highlights of our faculty, that is FST, which we are calling the achievements that we are having. And then also we shall discuss, still put this in the context of our presentation here, basing on the 21st century skills. Well, we talk about both the hard skills and also the soft skills. And then also we shall be able to appreciate the pillars of teaching and learning in the faculty. And then also we shall look at the digital transformation aids adopted at FST, or the Faculty of Science and Technology, and which is on the menu. And then also we may look at we shall look at the future prospects of the faculty. And then also we shall have the graduate employability presentation by Dr. Peng Chow, who is a control engineer from Leeds University. I hope may be joining us, always on the line, and may be telling us how we can use coding to increase our employment opportunities. And even these days, we are talking about IoT. IoT is Internet of Things, and then also AI, which we call artificial intelligence. And then also we'll be able to be highlighting about the STEM. STEM is something which is going on, training in the world, especially in America, changing the world using the IoT, the Internet of Things. STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The world is moving that way. And then also we talk about the fourth industrial revolution, but others have already jumped to the fifth industrial revolution. So if Dr. Peng Chow may be able to join us, I think we'll be able to listen to him. I hope he will join us. Yeah, now as we start our presentation here, yes, as a background, it's very important to share with you what we are as Faculty of Science and Technology. And Pocket of Science and Technology started way back in 2012, whereby initially it had only a department of ICT. And by that time, the Pocket had the least number of students. But now, as we talk, FST is attracting students locally and even internationally. And whereby now we are standing at about 1,165 students, and we are being the leading faculty in the whole university, you can imagine. So we are growing at a terrific speed, whereby we may wish anyone there to join us, to be with us as a winning team. So the faculty has two groupings. That is, we have the Department of Health Sciences, and then also ICT. ICT is Information and Communication Technology. So I'd like also to share with you what our vision is. We are saying we are to be a center of excellence in science and technological innovation. And our purpose of existence is to equip and produce students who are innovative and competitive to suit the current and future market demands. That is what we are doing, and also what we intend to do still. And then the faculty goals are to recruit qualified and competent staff, as well as also formulating market relevant programs. As you can see, we may not be running many programs, but you may find that our programs are very relevant, and even you have seen they are attracting many students. Now, about our grouping, so about our departments, maybe give you also some details about what it takes you to join us. And as we are saying, the Department of Health Sciences is running 3 programs. That is Bachelor of Science in Public Health, whereby we have, this is a 3-year program, attracting applicants with at least 2 principal passes in the 2 science subjects at A level. That is, if you are a Ugandan, that you have started our high school, okay? But also we allow holders of diploma in environmental health science and also diploma in public health from any recognized institution or university outside Uganda. And then in addition, if maybe also may be coming from allied professionals program or related programs, we'll be able to admit you at the program. But also we are running Bachelor of Environmental Health Science, whereby also we are running, it's running for 3 years, whereby we shall admit students who have got 2 principal passes in biology and chemistry at A level, that is Ugandan. But also we can also admit students with diplomas as well as other qualifications from other universities, so long as we are able to equate them. The window is open. But also run a postgraduate course, which is Master of Science in Public Health, and which is a 2-year postgraduate program. And then also we have a higher education certificate in biological sciences, although it is not yet running, but it is running possibly next semester. And then also, this is a 1-year program that attracts students within Uganda and outside Uganda. Within Uganda, those who are having Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education, if you never passed well, also we can we can bridge that gap. You can come and attend for 1 year, and especially maybe if you have got 1 principal pass or ordinary passes, okay? And then we have foreign qualification also, shall bring you here. Okay, so, and also those who have got a linkage between the vocational qualifications and higher education qualifications, also we do welcome you. Now, the areas that where our students are being employed, there are so many here. We can see that there are careers in public, private, non-profit sectors that may include accident, illness, and disease prevention, and then control. We have people employed in biostatistics, okay, in Mulago, reproductive health, community health workers. We have education and teaching. We have got many students also who are teaching in universities from these programs. And then epidemiology, you have health service management, health awareness, health policy and promotion, nutrition, dietetics, and then exercise, public health information management and research, regulatory bodies like Ministry of Health, there are students employed there, National Environment Management Authority, NEMA in Uganda, Ministry of Gender, Labor, and Social Welfare. All these are job market opportunities where our students are being employed. So this also explains why we opted for those courses, for those programs, because there's a wider area where our students are able to go and get employed. But then also we are running the ICT, and basically ICT is having the following programs. That is BIT, which runs for 3 years. And then also we shall allow at least 2 principal passes from A level, and which are in the line of science, okay? But also we shall allow the diploma also in the related computer studies, and also the mature age entry and the HEC certificate. And the HEC certificate will be in the line of the physical sciences. We have the biological sciences, which goes to those ones in the public health or in the Department of Health. And then also we have Bachelor of Science in Software Engineering, which is a 4-year program, also attracting applicants who have attained principles in physics and maths at A level, but also we shall accept those with a diploma or with other related equivalent qualifications like mature entry. And then also we have Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, which is also a 3-year program, attracting applicants who have passed physics and mathematics at A level, that is Uganda. But at the same time also we shall allow the diploma holders from related computer studies and the mature age entry. And HEC certificate. HEC is higher education certificate. Somebody may be asking me, what do you mean by HEC? HEC is higher education certificate, which is recognized by the National Council of Higher Education, and also with the other universities or institutions. So we'll be able to bring you on our programs. And then, I've already said that. And then we have a diploma in computer science and information technology, which is a 2-year course program, attracting applicants with a certificate in IT, computer science, O-level certificate, or at least maybe 1 principal. But also, if you want, you can move from HEC, still you can come and do a diploma. It depends on your choice. Of course, other people may not want to do a degree, but somebody's need may be just a diploma. So please, you should be able to be joining us for our competitive programs. Okay, so also the job market for ICT graduates, in line with our NDP, our National Development Plan. We are doing work, of course, in line with the government's strategies. NDP is National Development Plan 3, okay, where we are saying that we have vision 2040. So Kafenisha as a university, also we are in that line. And what we are teaching, we don't want to teach irrelevant education that may not make value to our students. So from that, we are seeing our students being employed in telecommunication, because we have talked of software engineering, manufacturing, and industries. Of course, these days we are talking about robotics. Of course, here we are teaching computer science, okay, whereby people are coming up with artifacts and also coming up with the innovations. So we should be able to apply them in manufacturing and industries. A banking sector, there are databases where we're having our students doing IT, because we teach database management, we are teaching system analysis and design. So they should be able to work in the bank, they should be able to work in the education sector, and also governance. Even government recruits our students. We have medical and even health. These days we are talking about e-medicine, okay? E-medicine, we are talking about a mobile, okay? A mobile, medical mobile, we are talking about medical mobile. We have seen many medical or health centers are using mobile phones. So we are taking that opportunity. Medical, and then engineering and technology. We talked about software engineering. Transportation is where also our students are going. Private sector companies or NGOs, we are seeing our students also going there. All right, these are some of our achievements, not all of them, but for the sake of this presentation and also what we are doing, we can see there are our students participating in community engagement. I think I may not talk much, but you are seeing our students being, interacting with one of the outstanding people around. Okay, we have the Minister of ICT, Honorable Sebugwao, Dr. Mike Chigozi. These are the people, because also we are aiming at the market. We are not just training our students to stay here, but also we liaise with the other bodies. This is one of the conferences that or a symposium that our students attended one time, and they are being given a certificate in the area of finance, digital finance, and within collaboration with the UCC, that is Uganda Communication. Okay, and then we have community engagement. These are our students from health sciences. They participate in community engagement in cleanliness. As we said, we are advocating for public health. I think all of us we bear that we suffered from COVID. So we take that chance. There are a lot of jobs, as already I alluded, I explained. So also we are producing students to go and carry out community service outside there. And then for the side of computer, we are having here the students also, we teach them, train them, coming out with the current technology in artificial intelligence. This is a student who developed an artifact that is being used in Congo for measuring pressure, temperature combined, but using artificial intelligence. And this student employs himself because he's able to run what he's doing. And then also we have well-equipped labs, okay? In the terms of medical, we are seeing there, we have a team that visited us from Uganda Health Professions, and they came to benchmark with our lab. They appreciated it. So also we are doing well. We are having hands-on, and we are having people to come and benchmark with us. So it means what we are doing, we understand it, and also adds value to the students. So that is what we are having. And then putting in perspective of what we are talking about today, okay, where we are talking about achieving students' quality, and then also having graduate employability through the digital transformation in the 21st century. These are things that we intend, or we do focus on to make a student, and even to make our students to be relevant there outside. So we train these people in terms of the digital, the interpersonal, the intrapersonal, and then we are talking about the community. And I think maybe the major that I can start with for today in the current world where we are talking about digital transformation, we are talking about the media literacy. I think this is quite important. We are taking advantage of that. We are training the students, but also we are using it. I think as I talk right now, each of us here should be able to use social media. Okay, this is another digital media literacy. You should be able to communicate in any way using your computer or using your phone. If you don't know that, then it is not easy that you are going to get a job in the 21st century. So also we train our students in that way. We transform them and increase their employability opportunities to join the market. So we talk about media literacy is quite important, and this is in ICT also. And then we talk about information literacy. Okay, the way we package our content also aligns with that, what you are talking about, information literacy. And then we talk about communication technology. As I said, right now we are using information technology or communication technology. You have a computer, you have a microphone, okay, you have a camera. All this, we are using them to enhance the learning of our students and to make them ready for the market. If you don't know this, then I'm very sorry, you can't survive in the current environment. And then we talk about the internet skills. As we talk right now, we are connecting to each other through the internet. So also these are given to our students in order to increase their employability opportunities. I think is the training thing right now. But then also we may not forget the other soft skills. Okay, what we have talked about, the digital skills, which we are calling the hard skills that each of us we should have, and each of our students should have, is very important. But again, also we may not forget, as much as you know how to use the internet, you know how to use IT, you have the information, as well as you understand the media, but also interpersonal skills are very important. So also we combine this with that, in terms of when you say interpersonal skills, these are within the students, okay, which we stimulate them so that you can understand, especially in terms of collaboration. You should be able to collaborate in the current world. You should be able to lead. Leadership is quite important. You should have leadership skills. It's not only a matter that we should be able to know how to use the internet, but then how do you use it to influence other people? In Uganda, we have seen many people influencing others through the internet, but then you should be able to be having leadership skills. And then adaptability. How do you adapt to the environment? How do you change something from one dimension to another in order to make sense to you? So it's also quite important. And then communication is a big emphasis. Okay, it's also how do you communicate? Also, this it is part of the menu that we are having in our teaching. And then the empathy, which is intrapersonal, that is outside from the student. Okay, the empathy, how do you, go with other people? Resilience is quite important because we are in a turbulent kind of world today that is happening. How do you catch up with the environment where you are working or where you are going to work is quite important. And then initiative, how do you innovate? How do you think about the environment around you? Persistence is quite important, that you need to understand that you must persist in order to succeed. And then about cognitive, this is the brain, okay? It's quite important because without the brain, these are all of them may not work. The digital, the interpersonal, the intrapersonal, without having a good functioning brain or the cognitive, mindset, it may not be possible. So we focus on decision making also is quite important, that we shall teach your student how to do the decision making. And then also we shall bother about the problem solving because it's quite important. If you cannot solve problems around you, then it may not be easy. And then the critical thinking is very, very, very important in the new world or in the current world. And then curiosity to know. If you are not curious, then it may be very difficult to be initiative. It may be very difficult for you to have the resilience. So all these aspects that you are combining to produce very competent and international and even local students who are able to sustain themselves, because we know very well that education is for self-reliance. If you cannot able to use it, then it may be very difficult for you. So these are pillars. These are things that really we are focusing on so much. But also then we have also some pillars here that we are using, that we are focusing at relevance, quality teaching and learning. As these are already have been reflected in what I've presented above there. Research, innovation, linkages, and strategic partnerships. Also, we have them with other bodies like Red Cross. We have IEEE, IBM, okay, all this, all this in the industries, okay. And then we have UCC, they're with us. And then we have the strategic resource management. We have also quality assurance, because without quality assurance, then we cannot go anywhere. And then also we bother about mainstreaming the cross-cutting courses that we may be having, like communication skills, entrepreneurship, as much as we are science, but then we borrow other courses, as I said, that we are having both hard skills and the soft skills. So if you have all those, then you should be able to live in the current world. And then how do we implement what I talked about there? How do we implement about what I talked about there? How are we delivering it to the students? It's quite important. How are we making it, the programs I talked above there, how are we making our student to be a student or to come out a complete graduate? How are we doing it? As I'm aware of you that at CUU, okay, we are running a branded kind of teaching. When I say branded kind of teaching, we have online teaching, we have full-time online, long distance students. Then we have the part-time students also. And then we have the physical. But again, we have a seamless learning also that goes on. And more so, and above all, we're having a platform not to be different, because as you know very well, that when COVID in, we had to adapt a new way of living, that is using digital means of learning. So we can't be different. And we have taken the advantage of that to FST. So what have we done? We are saying to improve our accessibility and access, okay? Like any other, in fact, giving an advantage, because we are looking at all categories. We are looking at the fresh graduates. We are looking at the the long life learners, okay? People who can learn at their workplace. So all of them, we need them. And also looking at the courses that you are doing, we are able to help you. So we have said we have what we call improved accessibility and then access. Oh, thank you so much, Ping Chow. You're welcome. I think I may be finishing my presentation within a few minutes. Then you'll come in. Thank you so much. You're welcome to FST University, Uganda.
Thank you.
All right. So yeah. So we are saying this accessibility school or university here, lessons, and also our degree programs for all students of ages. So please, we come to our programs, we shall be able to accommodate you. And then also we promote what we call personalized learning approaches, whereby our materials are uploaded on the platform that we are having, which we call Planet. Okay, you can interact with the material at your own time. Especially, I say that we have people who may want to learn at their job. You may not want to interact with the younger stars, so also we allow that. And then we talk about virtual reality, which has come also, where we students run simulations. Also, we do upload videos. I think this is something that we are working on. I think Ping Yao should be able to be educating us so much about this, whereby we are using artificial intelligence, Internet of Things to make the reality or to make a feel of something. And then we are running what we are calling the cloud-based learning opportunities, where we run streaming of lectures live. Right now, this is seamless. Oh, I'm streaming the learning that is taking place. This is cloud, okay? I'm not seeing you, but we are in the cloud. We are talking about the cloud today. I don't know where you are, so we are assuming that you're in the cloud somewhere. We are not talking about the cloud of rain, but you are in the space there. So we are able also to, our platform can support this, the cloud-based learning opportunities. We have lectures live, right now I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you live. And then important, we are saying we're incorporating Internet of Things into the school environment. Also, it's quite important, whereby we are able to track our students or to track the assignments on the students' platform of the Planet. We are able to see what they are doing, those who have dropped out. So we are seeing this, this can be done physically or can be done online. We are running the two, as I said, that we are running the blended one in order to provide the best to you. Because somebody may raise the question, what are you meaning by the digital transformation? But we are leveraging on what is happening. Internet of Things, still Mr. Ping Yao or Dr. Ping Chow will be able to explain more about Internet of Things, what can do. But already we are doing it at CAU. And then with our system, our platforms, or our platform is about, it's conscious about security, okay? We are saying this is security across the digital devices that we are having. So we are saying it is secure. There is secure submission of assignment and teaching. So it is well regulated that our teaching, there is quality. Remember, we talked about that we are advocating for quality above there. So even within the system, there is quality. So please, you should be able to bring your child to FST University. And then also we have to think about teaching digital citizenship. This is about interacting politely and civilly online, or the issues of ethics, okay? Because also we have that, especially you can witness this in social media and all that, but also we are mindful about that. So we teach manner the way you can appear in the physical way, in the polite way. Also we do that, we regulate the ethical morals, also we enforce them using the online systems as well. But then also we do track our students. Today we are talking about big data, okay? We need to understand our students, who are these, how are they succeeding, how many have dropped out. Also, we do that, and how best can we track you wherever you are. As I said, for us, we are running a branded kind of system that we are minding about the nearby students and also the first student. If you are able, then you are able to reach out the campus, we shall help you. And then our future prospects, we are saying that we'll be having higher education certificate, biological science, I think is running 2023, just very soon. And then postgraduate diploma in health service management, as well as MIT. MIT is on the menu. I think next semester is running, has already been approved, that they're just waiting for the letter. And then Master of Science in Public Health, monitoring and evaluation is also coming. And then Master of Science in Big Data Analytics and Innovation is also coming. And then Masters in Cybersecurity and Artificial Intelligence also is coming on the menu. So please, you should be able to contact us and we talk to you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I had. It's unfortunate at the start, there were a few people, but I can see there have come more. You missed the at the beginning, but I hope you have taken something. And I think as inviting Mr. Ping Chow, later on, after his presentation, possibly maybe we can interact with you, giving us a few questions, but also you can write them. You can write them in the chat or even anything, observations, and also you can appreciate, so is another thing. And then also advise, because it's quite important. So I welcome Mr. Ping Chow. Ping Chow is a graduate, is an engineer in control in the current world where we are talking about artificial intelligence, Internet of Things. Is an expert. Is based in Australia, that is Sydney, and has got many projects. And actually, is going to discuss about employability. How can we use technology? How can we leverage technology in order to increase our graduates' employability? And this is one of the things that at Faculty of Science that we are aiming at. So, Mr. Ping Chow, you are most welcome. The floor is yours.
Thank you.
We have 30 minutes. Sorry, we have 30 minutes. So possibly we will leave maybe 5 minutes for the floor to interact with us. Thank you so much. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Can everybody hear me? Because I can only see Dr. Kim and not everybody else, but that is fine. So
yes, we can hear you.
Nice. Thank you.
You are very clear.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Even though
Dr.
I
Ping,
prefer to look at people.
Yeah.
It would be nice to look at people in the eyes and talk to them, but that's fine. I hope you can hear me loud and clear, which is good. So thank you.
All right.
Sorry.
Are you going to share your screen? Are you going to share your screen or?
I'm afraid I'm just going to talk about things based on what you have we have discussed. Is that all right?
All right. All right. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. So I thank you, Dr. Kim from Cavendish University in Uganda for sharing this stage with everybody else on helping graduates to increase their employability. And obviously it started off with acknowledgement of GSEF, Dr. Abdul, for connecting me to this group and end up with so many connections. It's not funny. It's virtually every call that I make to anybody on this list here become connected. And likewise, Dr. Kimwise, similarly. And we had a long discussion already, and the project is underway within a few hours to help his students to connect to the whole world through distributed learning platform that we have many case studies already successfully spread across 15 countries. So just to get into how to increase graduate employability or student employability in Cavendish University. It's based on using a competitive advantage that exists at the moment, which is proven a few days ago in America. I'm from South Australia, and we had a Google Meet with Americans, whole of inventors STEM school. STEM is science, technology, engineering, maths in America. And these teachers were just relieved when they saw the demonstration of how a few lines of code compared to hundreds of lines of code and lots of linkages to the software in order to make Internet of Things project, which is obviously in today's terms, whole world at the higher level, at the university level, now even down to school level, the assessments on STEM is based on the capability, competency on Internet of Things, meaning You can make a web page and on and off buzzers, lights, anywhere in the world, and scare off the intruder trying to steal your things. That is an example of Internet of Things in the simple term. So when they saw 2 lines of code can make a web page with 2 buttons compared to 120 lines, they already know these are coders. These are coding teachers and STEM professors, IEEE senior fellows that have seen this technology, and immediately they know with a huge budget of 10 billion US dollars that every year spends on STEM education, and very challenging because of difficulties with difficult coding, and verified by many STEM professors in many countries now, that it impedes the difficulties with difficult coding, impedes the progress of students in learning STEM. And obviously, we all know STEM coding underpin the modern digital literacy and economy. If I can quote PricewaterhouseCoopers, yeah, swinging from STEM into a non-STEM financial company. But today, they are as much STEM as what they do in financial, because it's a major area of economic development. And so in PricewaterhouseCoopers STEM report, they say if we shift 1% of a country's workforce, in the case of Australia, into STEM jobs and coding jobs, it will increase the GDP by $57 billion in the net present value of 20 years for Australia. That's a huge amount of change. 1% shift into STEM coding jobs. And obviously, if we scale it up in America, 10 times more people than in Australia, you're looking at a huge number. That's why the investment in America is massive, 10 billion US dollars plus more into STEM education. But they are deterred, they are impeded, they're blocked by difficulties with difficult coding. In other words, a few hundred lines of coding is required in doing a simple alarm that I was telling you, especially if you started adding vision to connect your laptop to the camera, and to have artificial intelligence voice to scare off the intruder. We only need 3 lines of code to change text to voice to scare the intruder, meaning that you can type in, kids 12 years old will type in, police on the way, your video is sent to the police, go away or you go to jail, and your GPS position too. So things like that, it's the ability to create employability. Imagine students have such case studies, and using this capability, the competitive advantage, in order to create their own case studies. For instance, using this ability to increase customers to any business. Yeah, any business needs customers, right? Example of Sudanese boy, Mustafa, 14-year-old. He used this competitive advantage to reduce the repayment to the solar company. His parents spent $7,000 US to have a full solar system in the house with the batteries, with the inverters. And by using this competitive advantage to help the customer's children to make IoT projects quickly and simply with a few lines of code, instead of hundreds of lines of code, which is extremely difficult and challenging for them, and to win competitions in order to distract them. This is more important from the very harmful online activities. I think parents prefer, likes the distraction more than winning competitions. But we like them to win competitions in order to distract them. So both have to come together in order for the children to focus on their studies, solve community problems. So by doing that, Mustafa now has reduced the monthly repayment of $500, which is for 14 months to make it $7,000. Is reduced to half, to about $250 per month by introducing 5 customers. So $50 per month times what do you call five customers. So that's 250. Supposed to be $500 per month. If we continue to do that to help the customers' children to win competitions and to reduce their online activities, then obviously he would achieve zero repayment within a certain period of time. And now he's the ambassador of the solar company, and so he's on track for himself to win competitions. 3 types of competition is our model, starting from 10 years old to 20 years old. STEM competitions, IoT competitions, coding competitions, plenty every day, all over the world, hundreds of them. You just enter that, win competitions, and then with that, they can then win scholarship competition in school, as well as preparing themselves to win the major university scholarship competition. And during that period, 3 to 4 years in uni, they will be able to win job competitions 12 months before they graduate. We have case studies like that already in Cameroon, where Jackson increased customers to a hotel, shocking the Polytechnic. How they taught him difficult coding, because 99.9% of the world is using difficult coding. We were using difficult coding, but we found it so hard for the kids, for the younger students in school as well as in uni, to use the difficult coding. We decided to change that and invented this easy coding. It has a name called Run Link. So by speaking to Dr. Kim just in the last day or two, we are already connecting to Malaysia, to Thailand, to Bhutan, to Nepal, and now to USA, to Nigeria, to Sudan, so many countries. And his story is again help not to in order to increase the employability of the students, is to let the students increase students to the university. It's a circular thing. It's a circular economy, so they call. Yeah. So Dr. Kim was very fast to respond to something that was so disruptive that can help his student to gain the competitive advantage to find jobs. Imagine Edward he introduced, and then there's another one, a girl he introduced as well, or his lecturer introduced. Michael is the lecturer, and they then built their own case study linking to increasing customers to business, in this case, increasing students to Cavendish University. So to remain competitive. And they have a lot of international students from different parts of Africa coming to Cavendish. And so this is going to then help to increase the employability of the student if they have the ability to use a technology in order to solve the problem of the students. So why would students not come to his university when they can finish the IoT project in a short period of time compared to the traditional difficult to use technologies? So the change is inevitable. The change is inevitable. If not, you will just remain static and out of date, because even primary school kids, secondary school students will be able to do the same thing as uni students are doing now, as demonstrated by the case studies in Malaysia, in Thailand, in Bhutan. Yeah, Bhutan is one of the least developed country in the world. And now they forge ahead because Professor Sangye from Royal University of Bhutan did a research, because he was using difficult coding like Cavendish, and he wants to increase the employability of his students. So he joined up with Sri Lanka, I think a professor on AI there, and make a comparative research between what he used and what we have. And it is now published in Springer. which is a global publication, 50 years old from USA. And IEEE then picked it up. And so they open up and invite case studies like this to be put up in the portal. So you can see students get engaged in this. How could they not attract the attention of employers? Whether it's PricewaterhouseCoopers, the financial company, they need expertise like that because they are accountants, they're financial people. So in order to forge their relationship, which is Big Four, right, with the government, they have to be looking at the digital economy. That's why they convince the government to spend money in order to do that research, which claims, which based on their research says that if you shift 1% of your working population into STEM coding jobs, Internet of Things.
Thank you so much, Ping Chua.
Yeah.
We are going to have a similar conversation on Friday. Those who may wish to join, because here we are restricted.
Please.
We have 1 hour. We are having conversation continuing on Friday. I think if you're interested, you can join the group. There's going to be the demonstration. Already, there are our student Cavendish students who have already got interested through the lecturers to this matter that we are discussing. So thank you so much, Dr.
You're welcome. Very happy to share. And we will put the link for Friday's session onto this group. We'll generate the link so everybody who has the time to join, welcome.
Yeah, we continue the conversation. Yes, now the remaining time, because we are just having a few minutes to come to an end. I don't know whether we have any
questions, Q&A.
Yeah, from the audience, please, can you share with us any highlights? We are here for you, please, to interact with you. I know there are people who have joined away from Cavendish University, but there are those within the family. But this is an opportunity to compare notes because we're in the same business of education. Yeah. So yeah, we have to add value to the people. I can see lecturers who are on the call, you are most welcome. I've seen Robert Tuhaise, Madame Mackenzie, Ivan was on the call. I have our innovation manager, Mr. Kagata, has joined us. I saw Bernard, I don't know that was still on as well. Also, we appreciate Madam Sandra, the host of this meeting. Thank you so much for joining. And the conversation continues. As we are saying, we are trying to say that we have, we increase the employability of our graduates through this, through such kind of interactions. Me and you, we can make life better for the community outside there. So you're most welcome. If you have anything, please, you can share with us. It may not be a question to us, but also you can give in a minute hint and you talk to us possibly. Ladies and gentlemen,
you can type your questions into the chat box too. We'll
in
see
the chat box,
or just welcome any questions.
Yeah, if you don't reply, then it means whatever you have said is either bad or it is absolutely good. But I may say it must be absolutely good. If you may not respond, but you are most welcome. Anyone?
Any questions, please?
Any question, observation? Maybe from our innovation, maybe you can give a chance to our innovation manager, Mr. Kagata, say a few words, maybe that we come to an end. Yes, Mr. Kagata.
Yes, hello. I'm grateful to be part of this session. It was fruitful. What actually we were talking about, employability, also falls in our docket in the Department of Innovation and Entrepreneurship. The fact stays that employability and innovation are partners. Reason being, it is innovations that create the foundation of employability. So I've been telling people most of the time that the only pending job that exists on planet Earth today is innovation, because you don't require an application or to move around looking for it, but it is that idea that you're going to exchange and turn it into an income generating thing that is going to create employment. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that if we are supposed to create employability or employment, then we have to ideate. We have to think beyond. We have to take every problem as an advantage. Because the problem, why do we say that every problem is an advantage? Is an advantage to that person who is going to cause a solution to it. Because of time, I'm sure we are already in contact and in touch. We shall keep on actually communicating, exchanging, and we see probably tomorrow we can change a lot of things. It's you and me who can create the solutions for this employment problem. It is actually hitting the whole globe, and the people who are supposed to solve that are we. At the universities, we are graduating students, but we are saying, can we also, as we graduate students, also create jobs? And that is what will make employment comfortable globally. Thank you very much.
Yeah, right. Thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, we seem to be coming to an end, and maybe possibly I'll hand over back to the host. Madam Sandra, maybe she has something to say so that we can close up. It is exactly one. So, Sandra, do you have something? Yes, Sandra. There.
Thank you, Dr. Alon. Just to appreciate you for facilitating this webinar, and to also appreciate Mr. Peng Cho. You've been a very great guest speaker. I hope that all the attendees, both lecturers and staff, have picked out a thing or two, and I hope that you can join the team in the webinar that they're going to facilitate on Friday. Right. So from me, it's just to appreciate the team, the presenters and the participants.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. May God bless everyone. And sorry, we have come to an end. Thank you so much for attending this webinar. We hope to have another of the same kind next year. But not only this one, we have a public lecture coming on slot. So also we are likely to invite you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Kimwise.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Abdul, as well, for this GSEF. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.